Hello and welcome back to the Core Learning channel. Today we're going to be looking at algebraic fractions. So this is going to include looking at simplifying fractions when a quadratic is involved, and we're going to look at multiplying and dividing algebraic fractions and adding and subtracting algebraic fractions. So the first thing we're going to look at is how to simplify algebraic fractions. So this is going to be looking at cancelling like terms. So to do this, we're just going to collect the like terms and then perform a separate operation on each of the individual terms. So the best way to sort of do this is to look at an example. So here we're being asked to simplify 15x squared y over 3xy squared. So we can see here that we've got a number term on the numerator and denominator. So on the numerator, this is 15. On the denominator, it's 3. We have x terms. So we have an x squared on the top and an x on the bottom. And we have a y term as well. So we have y on the top and y squared on the bottom. So we're going to separate out our 3 different terms. And because it's a division, obviously each term we're going to apply a division between the like terms. So for the number terms, we can see we've got 15 divided by 3. For the x terms, we've got x squared divided by x. And for the y terms, we've got y divided by y squared. So now we can just work out the answer to each fraction for each term. So 15 over 3 is 5. X squared over x is going to be x, and y over y squared is 1 over y. So putting this all together, we get 5x divided by y. So again, we'll look at another example. Here we have 20x divided by 25x cubed y squared. So again, we're going to separate out our 3 terms here. So it's not always going to be 3 terms, but we can see here we've got a number term, we've got an x term, we've got a y term. So in this case, our number term is going to be 20 divided by 25. Our x term is going to be x over x cubed, and our y term is 1 over y squared. So working these parts out individually, we get 4 over 5. For the x term, we get 1 over x squared, and for the y term, we get 1 over y squared. So now we just multiply that bottom row all together. So on the top, we have 4 times 1, which is 4. And on the bottom, we have 5 times x squared times y squared, which is 5x squared y squared. So altogether, our answer for this is 4 over 5x squared y squared. So next, we're going to look at simplifying fractions which contain quadratic equations. So to do this, all we're going to do is look at the numerator and the denominator, and we're going to look to see where we can factorize and then simplify. So if we look at some examples, so we have x squared plus 5x plus 6 divided by x squared plus 3x. So if we take the top, we can factorize this into 2 brackets of x plus 2, x plus 3. And then the bottom, we can take out a factor of x and then a bracket of x plus 3, which we can then simplify because we have an x plus 3 on the top and an x plus 3 on the bottom. So these cancel out and give us an answer of x plus 2 over x. For the next example, we have x plus 1 times x plus 4 squared divided by x squared plus 6x plus 8. So what I've done here is whenever I have a squared term, I just like to write it out as 2 brackets just to make it a little bit clearer. So x plus 1, x plus 4, x plus 4 as the numerator. And then we can factorize the quadratic in the denominator as x plus 4, x plus 2. And now you can see that we've got an x plus 4 term on the top and the bottom, which are going to cancel out. And that leaves us with x plus 1, x plus 4 divided by x plus 2 as our answer. So now we're going to look at multiplying and dividing fractions, algebraic fractions. So we have several steps involved here. The first of which is that we're going to simplify. Then we're going to multiply the numerator and denominator separately. So let's see what we mean with an example. So our first one, we have x times x plus 1 over x times x plus 2 over 2x, x plus 3. So how are we going to go about working this out? Well, the first step is we want to simplify where we can. So immediately we've got an x on the top and the bottom, so we can cancel these terms out. That looks to be the only simplification we can make for now. So now that we've done this, we get x plus 1, and I've written over 1, but you could also just leave it as x plus 1, times x plus 2 divided by 2x times x plus 3. Now that we've got this, we can now that it's simplified, we can perform the multiplication. So when we do this, we're going to have x plus 1 times x plus 2 divided by 2x, x plus 3. So for our next example, we have x minus 1, x plus 2 over x times 2 times x plus 2 divided by x, x minus 1. So again, our first step is going to be that we want to look for any way we can simplify this before we start. Well, there's an x minus 1 on the top and the bottom, so we can cancel these terms out. And then when we multiply this together, we're going to have x plus 2 times x plus 2, which gives us 2 times x plus 2 squared. And then we've got an x and an x on the bottom, so we multiply these together to get x squared. So now we're going to look at dividing algebraic fractions. So this is almost identical to the multiplying algebraic fractions. The only difference here is we have one extra step. And this first step is that we need to take the right-hand side fraction and we're going to flip it upside down. Once we've done that, we can then follow the same steps that we did for the multiplication. So how do we do this? Well, let's look at an example. We have x times x plus 1 divided by x plus 3, and this is going to be divided by x plus 1 over 3x times x plus 3. So we need to convert this to a multiplication, and the way we do this is we're going to flip this x plus 1 over 3x x plus 3 and then change that divide sign to a multiplication. So we now have x times x plus 1 over x plus 3 multiplied by 3x x plus 3 over x plus 1. Now we're going to follow the same steps we did before. So let's look for ways we can simplify this. So I can see that there's an x plus 1 on the top and the bottom, so we can cancel these out. And there's an x plus 3 term also on the top and the bottom, so we can cancel this out. And this just leaves us with an x times 3x, which is going to be 3x squared. So let's look at another example. Here we have x plus 2 times x plus 4 divided by 2x times x plus 1. And this is all divided by x plus 2 over x times x plus 1. So again, we need to rewrite this as a multiplication. So to do this, we're going to flip that right-hand side fraction. So now we get x plus 2 x plus 4 over 2x x plus 1 multiplied by x times x plus 1 over x plus 2. So our next step is to look for ways to simplify this. So I can see here that we've got an x plus 2 term on the top and the bottom, and we also have an x plus 1 term on the top and the bottom. So we can cancel these out, and there's also an x term on the top and the bottom, so these terms cancel out, and we're left with an x plus 4 in the numerator and a 2 in the denominator. So when we're adding or subtracting algebraic fractions, the first thing we need to do is find a common denominator. Once we've done that, we can then add or subtract the numerators and simplify it if possible. As always, probably best to show you with a few examples. So example 1. So here we need to make the denominators the same. So the easiest way we can do this is try and make the denominators on both sides x plus 3 times x plus 2. So on this left-hand side, we're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by x plus 2. And on this right-hand side, we're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by x plus 3. And you can see that when we've multiplied this together, this is going to give us the denominator on both hand sides of x plus 3 times x plus 2. So we can now multiply these numerators, rather we can add these numerators, don't multiply the numerators, and this is the answer we get. So we can now expand these brackets on the top as well to simplify. So when we do this, we get x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 6, which can be simplified further. So our final answer is going to be x squared plus 4x plus 6 divided by x plus 2, x plus 3. So for the next one, I'm going to suggest that we want a common denominator of x times x plus 3. So we're going to follow these steps through again. We multiply the left-hand side by x over x to get a denominator of x times x plus 3. And on the right-hand side, we need to multiply it top and bottom by x plus 3. So we follow this through, and we should get 2x squared plus 6x plus 6 divided by x times x plus 3. So for our next question, we have x over x plus 1 minus x plus 3 over x. So the first step we need to do is to find the common denominator, which is going to be x times x plus 1. So we need to multiply this left-hand side by x over x, and this right-hand side by x plus 1 over x plus 1. When we do this, we can now see that the denominators are both the same, so we can now perform the operation between the numerators. When we do this, we get x squared minus x plus 3 times x plus 1 over x times x plus 1. And we can now expand and simplify that numerator. When we do this, we're going to get x squared minus, and now everything that I've expanded in this bracket and numerator, the sign is going to change because of this negative in front. So it becomes x squared minus 3x minus x minus 3. And when we simplify this, those x squared terms cancel out, and we are left with minus 4x minus 3 divided by x over x plus 1. So now that you've had a look, let's have a go at some practice questions. So here we have simplify 16xy divided by 24y squared. Pause the video and come back when you want to run through the answer. So here, the trick is we're going to look at separating it out into our different terms. So we have a number term here, we have an x term, and we have a y term. So for our number terms, we have 16 over 24. For our x terms, we have x, and then we have no x term on the bottom, so it's just x over 1. And then for the y term, we have y over y squared. Let's simplify this, and we get, for the number term, 2/3. For the x term, this is just x, and for the y term, this is 1 over y. We can multiply this bottom row together, so the numerator is 2 times x times 1, which is 2x, and the denominator is 3 times y, so we have 2x over 3y. So for our next question, we want to simplify x cubed y squared z squared over 3xy cubed. So again, pause the video and come back when you want me to run through the answer. So for this one, we need to recognize that there are actually 4 terms here. So we have a number term, we have an x term, we have a y term, and we have a z term. So for our number term, we have 3 on the bottom, and this is just going to be 1 divided by 3. For our x term, we have x cubed on the top and x on the bottom, so this is x cubed over x. Our y term, we have y squared over y cubed, and our z term, we have z squared over 1. Let's simplify these. So the number term stays as 1/3. The x term is going to simplify to x squared, the y term to 1 over y, and the z term to z squared. Putting this all together, our numerator is going to be x squared times z squared, and our denominator is going to be 3 times y. So we have x squared z squared over 3y. Now we have simplify x squared minus 3x minus 28 over x plus 4, x plus 2. Pause the video, come back when you want to hear the answer. So this question, we can see in the numerator we have a quadratic, so we're going to want to go ahead and factorize that. So this quadratic can be factorized as x plus 4 times x minus 7. Now we just need to simplify, so we can see that we've got this x plus 4 bracket in the numerator and the denominator. So we're going to go ahead and cancel those out, and our answer is going to be x minus 7 over x plus 2. So for our next question, we want to simplify x squared plus 7x plus 10 times x plus 5 over x squared plus x minus 20 times x squared plus 5x. So pause the video, come back when you want me to run through the answer. So here we're going to have a quadratic that we need to factorize on the top and the bottom. So x squared plus 7x plus 10, this can be factorized as x plus 2 times x plus 5. We have x squared plus x minus 20, which can be factorized as x minus 4 times x plus 5. And then we have this x squared plus 5x, which can be factorized as x times x plus 5. So now that all this factorization's been done, we can look to simplify. So here we have an x plus 5 term on the top and the bottom. In fact, we have two x plus 5 terms on the top and the bottom. So we can cancel these out, and we are left with x plus 2 over x times x minus 4. Question 5. Simplify x squared plus 2x over x plus 1 x plus 6 multiplied by x plus 6 over x plus 2. Come back here when you want to hear the answer. So for this one, we're going to want to factorize first and foremost on the top of this multiplication. So this is sort of combining from simplifying quadratic fractions and also multiplying algebraic fractions as well. So first of all, if we go ahead and factorize this quadratic here, we have x over x plus 2 divided by x plus 1 times x plus 6 multiplied by x plus 6 over x plus 2. Now we can go ahead and look for simplifications. So we notice we have an x plus 2 in the numerator and the denominator, so we can cancel these terms out. We also have an x plus 6 in the numerator and the denominator, so we can go ahead and cancel this out as well. So we're left with x over x plus 1. Question 6. Simplify 2x squared plus 6x over 2x squared plus 13x plus 6 multiplied by x plus 6 over x squared plus 7x plus 12. So have a go at this, pause the video and come back when you want me to run through the answer. So again, here, what we want to do is factorize first and foremost. So we have three quadratics here. So the numerator, 2x squared plus 6x, this can be factorized as 2x times x plus 3. For this 2x squared plus 13x plus 6, we can factorize this as 2x plus 1 times x plus 6. And for the quadratic in the numerator on the right hand side, this x squared plus 7x plus 12, we can factorize this as x plus 3 times x plus 4. So now we just look for where we can simplify. So here we have an x plus 3 term in the numerator and the denominator. These cancel out, and we have an x plus 6 term in the numerator and denominator as well. So this leaves us with 2x over 2x plus 1 times x plus 4. So here we have a division between algebraic fractions. So what we're going to want to do here is we need to try and get this in the form of a multiplication to make it much easier. So how are we going to go about this? Well, we're going to flip that right hand side. So we've got our new question, is x plus 3 squared over 3x squared. And this is multiplied by 9x squared over x squared plus 2x minus 3. From here, our next step is that we're going to want to factorize that quadratic. So when we factorize this quadratic, this x squared plus 2x minus 3, we get x plus 3 times x minus 1. You can see here I've also expanded out this square bracket just to make it a little bit easier to show you when I cancel out some of the terms. So now that we've expanded out now that we've factorized all of the quadratic equations, our next step is to simplify. And you can see we've got this x plus 3 term in the numerator and denominator. So these cancel out. We also have this x squared term in the numerator and denominator. So this also cancels out. So now all we're left with, we have this 3. So we have 9 over 3, which is 3, times x plus 3 divided by x minus 1. So again, we have another division. So here we want to turn this into a multiplication. So we're going to flip this right hand side upside down. So our new question becomes x squared minus 2x minus 24 over 3x squared plus 3x times x plus 1 over x squared plus 3x minus 4. So we have two quadratics here that we'd like to expand. In fact, 3, sorry. So let's factorize out these quadratics. So this x squared minus 2x minus 24 becomes x plus 4, x minus 6. We have this 3x squared plus 3x, which becomes 3x times x plus 1. This is multiplied by x plus 1 over, and then this x squared plus 3x minus 4 becomes x plus 4 times x minus 1. Now we're going to simplify. So we have this x plus 4 term in the numerator and denominator, and we also have this x plus 1 term. So that looks to be as far as we can simplify, and we're just left with x minus 6 over 3x times x minus 1. So for question 9, we have an addition here. So what we want to do is we want to make the denominators the same on both sides. So I'm going to propose that we want to make the denominator equal to 3x times x plus 2 times x plus 1 on both sides. So to do this, we have to multiply the left-hand side by 3x times x plus 2, top and bottom. And we need to multiply the right-hand side by x plus 1 over x plus 1. When we do this, we get 6x squared times x plus 2 over 3x, x plus 1, x plus 2, plus x plus 3 times x plus 1 over 3x, x plus 1 times x plus 2. So now the denominators are the same. We can add these terms in the numerator. When we do this, we get 6x squared times x plus 2 plus x plus 3 times x plus 1 over 3x times x plus 1, x plus 2. And we can simplify the numerator now by expanding out those brackets. And when we do this, this is the answer we get. So here we have a subtraction. So in this case, I'm going to say that we want the denominator to be 4x times x plus 2 on both sides. So to do this, we can see that on the left-hand side, we need to multiply top and bottom by x plus 2. Now on the right-hand side, the denominator already is 4x times x plus 2. So we don't have to do anything to this. Following this through, we get x squared times x plus 2 over 4x times x plus 2 minus x plus 3 over 4x times x plus 2. So now we have the same denominator. We can subtract the numerators. So now that we have the answer in this form, we can expand out those brackets and we get this as our final answer. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and learned something today. If anything is unclear or you have any questions, leave a comment and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one.